Self-improvement isn't always this perfect, beautiful looking thing that social media makes it out to be. You lock in, you lock yourself in a room, and you have all this cinematic music. You have David Goggins speaking some inspirational thing in the background, or you have all these motivational messages. You have the Drake song that you edit it over to, and you're like, oh wow, self-improvement is amazing. It's incredible. It's gonna be this most powerful thing that's gonna change my life. And yeah, it will change your life, but it's not this super sexy thing that they all make it look like online, to where like every guy just seems it they make it look perfect. They make it look like it's easy, like it's something that won't hurt you, that won't make you have to die, like kill your flesh. Like, people really don't understand that you literally have to kill your flesh. You have to remove all these desires, all these different things that are just natural part of humans. You have to decide to remove those and choose a different path and really live and flow through the spirit and not through flesh. Like like when are you gonna realize that you want to improve yourself, you want to go on this book, you want to go on your winter arc, but you don't have any discipline, you don't have anything that you hop out of the race right as it starts, because you start realizing, oh wait, it's hot, oh wait, I'm gonna get sweaty, wait, it's gonna be uncomfortable, it's not gonna look the best, I'm gonna look stupid to everyone else, I'm gonna be in a period where I can't hang out with everyone as much. I can't spend all the time I would like to. I can't do all the things that I used to do for this period of time because I really need to. And not even just for this period of time, but for the rest of your life. You really have to, if you want to live a life of transformation, if you want to live a life of constant change and improvement, there are things you're just going to have to cut out, and you're going to realize that it might not be easy. It might not be the easiest decision to cut out video games, to stop just scrolling on your phone, to stop just watching Netflix, every single night or every day and all these things. But it's worth it in the end. It's worth it. But it doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look beautiful all the time. Social media just shows, that small little, like if you're on shorts or Instagram reels, it shows you for like a good like 1 to 3 minutes of footage from a whole person's like day or maybe even week or even month. It shows the highlight reels, it shows that little highlight clips. And even when you watch these like long vlogs from people, it shows like a good like maybe 20 to 30 minutes of a person's day. 20 to 30 minutes, but they're 24 hours within a single day. So that's like what, not even like that's like 1/48th of their day. And some people, they vlog over a course of a week and or a month or several weeks, and it's just like, wait, what? Like 1/48th, and you multiply that times 7 for a week, and then multiply that times 30 for a month. Like, you realize it's such a small portion, and it looks amazing, it looks perfect, it looks like, oh, I'm receiving all this change, I'm doing all this. But you don't want to show the messy side, the ugly side, where you are, like, I'm telling you, if you want to be successful, if you want to do all these things in life, you want to grow your social media, or not even just social media, you want to work on your brand, build this business, go and pursue this degree, get into this dream job, connect with other people that are meaningful connections, you want to do all these things, you want to achieve all your dreams. It's one of the loneliest processes. Like right now, I'm gonna be honest, like you cannot be out with your friends all the time. You can't be out spending a bunch of money with all your friends, even if it's simple things like eating out. You can't afford to do that all the time, because there are things you want to reinvest in yourself, reinvest in things that are gonna, build up your knowledge, build up your wisdom, or tools that are gonna help you further yourself, and then also your time. You can't spend all this time with everyone else, because you have a mission to complete, you have a goal to complete, and you can't go and surrender your time. And it's hard, it is not easy, it is literally, you're gonna find yourself in some of the loneliest feeling moments of your entire life, when you're really locked in, when you're in a state where you're locked in and completely focused on your goals and achieving what you need to do, and just building the habits that you need to. And like, it truly is one of the loneliest things you're gonna end up doing in life, but it's all worth it. It pays off. Like, you ever see, those videos where it's like, oh yeah, 5 years, you just do 5 years of, it might be 5 years of pain, but then 50 years of a life of purpose and, fulfillment? Or would you rather have, your 5 years of, oh, you have a bunch of fun, 5 years of pleasure, and then you have your 50 years of suffering and just living mediocre, miserable life. And those videos, they show it, but no one wants to like actually take action in that. Like, do you realize, like, you'll watch all these videos like, oh yeah, I need to lock in, I need to put myself in a period of isolation, I need to go focus on my goals. But then you never do it. Like, no one ever wants to do it. No one ever wants to say, you know what, I can't hang out with my friends. I cannot do this. I cannot spend this time. I cannot afford to spend this money on all these things because I know I have a mission to complete. I know I have a goal to complete. I know I have things that are greater than myself. I have to realize that my goals are not just for me, but they're for the people that I loved. I owe it to, like, my family for raising me, my friends that, helped me, the teachers or the important people in my life, and even the people that you will never meet, the people that like they're waiting on a person to complete their purpose, to help them complete their own purpose. Like destiny helpers, the concept of destiny helpers are people that are literally meant to help you, that God has called and assigned to help you within life. But if you don't ever accomplish your goals, if you don't ever get into that period of success to where you can be able to help others, then you're stopping someone else's success, you're holding back someone else's destiny. Like, you have to realize that so many things count on you. It's greater than just you. It's like with this like YouTube channel, with like making these videos. Like, I honestly did not want to record this video at all. I've been having such a hard time with sleeping, and it's been so rough. And I don't know, I feel like I've been a period of feeling even more lonely at times. But like, I have to do this because I know I have to pour out into you guys. I have to go, and who's gonna help if I don't do this? Who's like, if there's a void, if there's an empty space and I don't go into that space, then I'm just letting it be left for some person to say a bunch of nonsense or like just ridiculous truth things or half truths or lies to feed this generation. If I don't come in and fill this space, then it's just gonna be darkness to fill this space. You have to think, if you don't go and fill into the space of purpose that you're supposed to accomplish, then someone else is gonna do that. And more than likely or not, someone is gonna fill it in with a bunch of half truths or things that are worthless, or they don't really care for people. They're just coming to sell, just coming to get money and not actually give value. Like, do you really want to live a life where, because you can't lock in, because you think that everything to your path to success has to be all, aesthetic and perfect and polished and, sexy, and it has to look all this certain way, because you want to go about it that way, you're allowing someone else to walk into the same purpose that you were supposed to? Someone else is going in, doing the things you're supposed to do, meeting the people you're supposed to meet, helping the people you're supposed to help, getting the wealth you're supposed to get. Like, do you really want to live a life like that? Because you can't simply say, you know what, I need to lock in. I don't care if it looks ugly. I don't care if people are judging me. I don't care if I look stupid right now, but I just know that it will be worth it. I know that I put in this time, it will grow exponentially. Because let me give you a little secret in life, I guess, if you will. Things in life do not operate linearly. They do not operate on a linear path. We are not robots. We are human. So one thing about that is, since we're human, everything operates with us exponentially. So exponentially means that it might look slow at first, and it might be a slow little rise, a slow little incline, and it may look small at first, but those things build up. They eventually build up. Your habits, they build up. The things that you accomplish, they build up. The relationships you create build up. The goals you accomplish, the things that you do, the person you're becoming, it slowly builds up, and it looks like very minuscule. It looks like a very small amount, but it slowly rises and rises and hits this curve. And this curve is such an important part, because when it hits this curve, this midsection of this curve, then something amazing and incredible happens. Things start changing. You start notice, like, it takes this catalyst event, this one little thing, and it shoots up everything else, and everything just shoots up straight up, and this tremendous growth, this tremendous success. And that's how you see people that, oh, it seems like they blew up overnight. What we don't see is that they were working at it. They were working in silence. They were working behind the scenes. They were working when everyone else was judging them, when everyone else was out having fun. They were working secretly. They were in that period of isolation. They were doing all of that to have this point, to have this small point of growth. No one wants to showcase that. No one wants to show that. Social media doesn't want to talk about that because it doesn't look cool. Everyone wants to show, oh, the point where they hit this curve and they shoot up and it looks amazing. And that's great. It's amazing to, do those for motivation, and I have nothing against people who showcase that. But what happens with this small point where you're in isolation, where it's lonely, where it feels like it sucks, where you want to quit, where you don't want to make the videos, where you don't want to start a business, where you don't want to build the habits, when you don't want to work out, when you don't want to do the schoolwork, when you just want to give up and throw in the towel, but you keep on going. Those are the moments that matter. Those are the moments that matter even more, because when you already have this inertia and when you're already going up, it's easy. It's easy to continue just going up when you have people that are praising you for it and just continue to be like, yeah, yeah, keep on going. And you have like thousands or millions of people. But what happens here when it's only like a few 10 people, or maybe it's when a few hundred people, on your little YouTube channel? What happens when it's just a few people? Or maybe it's just you by yourself and you feel lonely and it's just this flat little curve and you're slowly inclining. You see a little bit of success, but it feels like it's not enough and it feels like you'll never get there. But you have to make up within your own mind that you will keep on going. You will hunt this down. You will chase down. It doesn't matter how many years. If it doesn't happen within a year, you'll continue chasing it. If it doesn't happen within 5 years, you'll continue chasing. If it doesn't happen within 10 years, you you will continue chasing it. Like, there are people that they didn't get their big break for decades. Like people like Morgan Freeman, the old black guy that is literally like the old black guy in like almost every single movie. He plays every single role. He didn't get his big break until I think it was around his 40s. Imagine being 40 until you're 40 to really get your big break with acting. And he continued to pursue it. Imagine waiting 40 years. 40 years. And he got his big break. And then, well, now you see him in like so many roles. You see him successful. You see him living a great life, and you're like, wow. But you would never realize that. Think about how many people, like, they don't. What you have to be okay with not hitting success within 1 year. You have to be okay with waiting 5 years, with waiting even possibly 10 years. And I'm not saying it's gonna take that long because most people it will not take them that long. But you have to be okay, even if it does take that long. You have to want it so bad. You have to have a love for it. You have to have a passion for it. You have to make up within your mind. You have to make it a concrete example in your mind. You have to make a part of your identity that you will continue to keep chasing it. Think about there are people like Michael B. Jordan. He didn't get his big breaks in all his big movies until around he's like around 30 something right now. And then now he's like, oh, this big star. Think about people like Robert Downey Jr. Sure, he had a bit of success in his younger years, but he had a drug problem. And it was only until later on in his life where he got to play the famous role as Iron Man, where everything in his life changed, and that set him up for so much success in life. There's so many people, it takes a while, and it's because they want it so bad. It's only the relentless that win. The people that will continue showing up, the people that will stay in that period where they put their head down and they know they look stupid, they know they look crazy, and they know that everyone is doubting them, but they will continue to pursue. Be that person. Be that person that it may not look good. It might not look the best. It might not look the most attractive. It may not look perfect. But you decide that I will continue to pursue it. I will continue because I know this is bigger than me. I know this is going to help people. I know this is going to take me to the next level. This is going to help my kids. It's going to help my kids' kids. It's going to change my generations. You have to come in from that perspective. And if you want to watch a video truly on how to lock in, and I give you all the steps and break it down perfectly, word for word, everything you need to do, watch this video right here on how to lock in. Completely change your life.